Next, you're gonna show you how to do a couple things on the old hunter. Alright, first of all, let's go with your arenas. Start off, 2v2. I've been playing with a Holy Paladin, it's been working out pretty decent. Threes, I like KFC and Jungle. Or no, sorry, Thug Cleave and Jungle. KFC's alright too. I just haven't found a warrior or healer really to go with that I like. Definitely like the CC chaining and stuff like that you do with Thug and Jungle. But in twos, it's kind of more like, down to, all you gotta do is find one other person that's pretty decent, and you can climb the rating ladder pretty easily, instead of coordinating 3 people, which is a lot harder to do than it sounds, because everybody's got their own agenda whenever they're doing arenas. But in 2v2, it's kind of like, it's very linear. It's, this is what we have to do, and this is what we're gonna do. It's fast. Let's do this arena, see if I can show you how to do an opener in an arena. If not, I'll show you how to do it on this train dummy, depending on what comps we get. Cover a little bit of real world experience as far as talents go, and how to spec for certain situations. So we got a Frostmate and a Mistweaver. I'll change that up to Spider's thing. Just drag that onto my bar over here somewhere. Since I'm a Beastmastery Hunter, so. Kinda just like that setup right there, survival tactics. Just in case they go to burst me. Since we are going with the Frost Mage, I'm going to dissource this pet, which is the Cunning pet. Or no, Tenacity pet, and I'm going to get my Cunning pet out. And both my pets have mortal wounds. I don't really use a ferocity pet for this. This is over. I think we're pretty much going to be going to the Mage.
Mage, shield.
Which is, pretty standard here. The Mage just skirmish though, so it's not like we're... Yeah, these post days right here.
Eyes forward, Vicky another shot, shield. Vicky another shot. Vicky let out it. Invis. Vicky out. Down. Vicky out. Mage, shield. Paralysis. Vicky out. Murder crow. Vicky out. Vicky out. Burst shot. Scatter shot. Vicky out. Mage, Vicky out. Eye point. Vicky out. Vicky out. Bursting shot. I'll calm down. Transportify me. Counter. Counter shot. Murder close. 45 down. Mage. Shield. Transfer. Vicky out. Transfer. 2 minutes. Vicky out. Counter. Fire. Revival. Effect. Last perform. Monotone. Left sleep. Putting down. Vicky out. Counter. Vicky out. Mage, shield, scatter shot. Waking up. Eyes form down. Paralysis. Deterrence. Breathing trap. Deterrence down. Countershot. Chimage. Shield. Ice block down. Ice form. Acceleration. Ice form down. Cold snap. Mage. Shield. Countershot.
That's not how a 3 is supposed to go, but you know, there's no coordination. There's just a skirmish, so let me show you in here a little bit better what an actual opener looks like. Pretty much get camo. For long games, long endurance games, you know you want to go natural mending instead, because camouflage obviously isn't viable after the first little bit, but there have been instances where I've feigned death and camouflaged and actually, you know, prevented myself from being killed in 2s and in 3s. You know, especially if you're going against like a warrior and stuff like that. He can heroic leap to where you camouflage that, but that one little second that he wasn't executing you because you disappeared off the face of the earth can just, you know, change the gameplay for that execute that would have probably killed you, since Spirit Warriors can kill you from like 15% on down. So head out. Let's just use this one. Find my pet back. I used to do it to my server. That was bad. Still, I mean, it displays what I want to show you on the damage meter, which is, you know, your melee, your monk display, your murder, or your big bursts whenever you're doing the ramp up damage and stuff. So you want to make sure you're getting those on as soon as possible. Also, too, whenever you do that, you want to kind of grab the say our DPS target's over here. You know what I mean? You're going ham on and stuff like that. Let's see if I can set focus for the training dummy. You want to have a set focus macro for your harpoon or your tracker's net. That way, while I'm over here fighting this guy, you know what I mean, doing all this stuff, you know, I can just press 7 or whatever and over here and then boom, trap him. You know, do what I'm doing over here. Or I can, you know, tracker's net him, you know, while still focusing that target. So that, one, they don't see it coming, because obviously if I switch to the training dummy as my target, say I was targeting my pet, if I switch to the training dummy as my target, it's a very obvious thing that I'm changing my target for a reason. And in higher rated arenas, people are going to know that you're changing your target to come at them. To do this, you know, whenever I could just be like this, hit 8, press my tracker's net macro, and I'm still targeting my pet. After that, let's go over the spec real quick. This is your standard spec. Everybody uses it. Most people use natural mending instead of camouflage for arenas, just because a prolonged arena, you're going to be able to heal about every minute and a half versus every 2 minutes in a PvP situation. So you want this for when this procs. Okay, let's do it when it's proc. You know, I just did it once there and it did immediately use that, because that's, you know, 17k. It's like 20k damage I did just there. You know. Attacks with fire bomb. It's another good double burst, you know. Two crits right there. That's 35k plus the bleeds and everything. And if I have my surface thing up, you're talking, you know, that's like 35k damage burst. That's without a coordinated assault either. So you figure you got that, you got crows going. You know what I mean? This is a training dummy, so it doesn't have a lot of survival in lot of defenses, but like in PvP, whenever people have temporal shield for mages, which you can do all the damage in the world to them, but as soon as that temporal shield runs off, they're gonna heal for it. And they're also not having somebody healing them. So you can push out 200, 300k damage, but if they got somebody healing for 500, it doesn't matter how much damage you're doing, as long as those heals are getting off when they need to be. So your goal isn't to do damage, it's to do effective damage, and that's why we have these things called burst windows. And it's pretty much, say we're running jungle, or let's go thug because that's more explanatory. It's easier to explain. A rogue blinds this. This is the healer, or whatever. Blinds the healer. We're damaging this guy, you know what I mean? It blinds up. Pally comes and stuns him. Stuns up, boom, trap. During that whole entire window, I want to have a lot of damage going. That's what I want to save my coordinator. Thing. Prayers, double bomb. It's gonna kill somebody. Over that 20-second CC. All that CC's going. Coordinated assault. You won't have like easy DPS. There's gonna be range issues and stuff like that, which you can get over time. But you're also gonna have sometimes opportunities that work in your favor. Where the CC is happening on this side of the pillar, and you can kind of your target is over here, and you're on this side of the pillar, this heal is over here, over there, and then boom, blinded, gets stunned, and then you can kind of like boom, trap, get him back over here if he's being stun locked over here. Obviously he's gonna try to get back line of sight of his healer. Then you can do like drop off, sticky target traps, stuff like that around pillars to make them, slower to get back to where they need to be. Obviously, it's not going to last too long, but the little bitty ticks of damage over the course of a game that go unhealed are going to lead you to having a slight advantage at any given point in time in the match. Queue up for another one. See if I can get a good little comp. Somebody knows what they're doing. Adds the right traits. I've got Wilderness Survival, Overwhelming Power, and Impassive Visage. So you take damage, you heal, that's awesome. This, Haste is the best stat for Survival Hunters, and I think it will actually the secondary stat, sorry. I think it will actually be better than the primary stat, which is Agility. Come the 400 level item level gear and stuff. Wilderness Survival is really cool because it just increases your mongoose bite damage. If you have that, and then Battlefield Focus, obviously increases the damage that certain player or NPC takes from you by up to 1,000. So when you have that, plus the mongoose bite damage from Wilderness Survival, and then the haste from, I have 2 overwhelming powers, so that's going to proc a lot. And then you have, quick navigation, more haste. And then, this trinket right here, which a lot of people don't use, and it's not really that good, but it does work for when you're bursting. 5 auto attacks, so I have that macro to my coordinated assault. So they're going to do 20% increased damage plus this damage right here. So let me see if I can get out of combat, reset the data, and just do my melee. With coordinated assault now. My Midas, touch of gold. 2. It's kind of, you see the line, it's lined up. That's with quick navigation, but that's the last hit. And over that, I've done 16k extra damage, 32k. So I pretty much increased my damage by 50% for those 10 seconds, just off auto attacks. So Don't sleep on the Midas Talisman. Obviously, the Dread Gladiator's Insignia and Medallion are the two best in slots for this, for PvP. And I have lesser versions of them, I think, in my inventory. Maybe not. Maybe I get rid of them because I won't use them. But anyways, just going back to Azurite traits. On the chest piece, I do have a Blur of Talons. And ideally, you want to have 2 latent poisons and a Wilderness Survival. Or 3 Blur of Talons. And they work for different builds, which we'll go over after this arena. See if we can show you a little bit more. Real world, because it's easy to just talk about it, but it's harder whenever you're actually in the moment doing it. And that's why you should get a mouse that has buttons on the side like this. It's like having an extra keyboard. All these skills right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, from here, sorry. Are all on my mouse. So I effectively use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are my mouse too, right here. So I've got, you know, this little pad. I don't know if you've seen these videos where people have these little handheld thingamajigs. That's pretty much my setup right there for that. We're gonna go druid here. For a druid, I've dropped my trackers and then get mending bandage. So, but I got little tricks to catch people.
Dash. Breaking Blade Storm. Survival Instincts. Hand of Protection. Protection down. Avenging Crusader. Cyclone. Success and scan. Coning. Hammer of Justice. Predator Systems. Cyclone. Success. Crusader down. Forbearance down. Survival instinct. Vacium. Cyclone. Very model strike. Intimidating shout. Vacium. Blade Storm. Disarm. Vacium. Holy Avenger. Storm Bomb. Trinketed. 2 minutes. Vacium. Hand of Protection. Cyclone. Countered. Protection down. Strike. Repentance. Success. Vacium. 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 Predator Systems. Home. Repentance. Success. Forbearance down. Vacium. Vacium. Blade Storm. Avenging Crusader. Commanding Shout. Berserker Wing. 2 minutes. Disarm. Vacium. Cyclone. Counter. Very Model Strike. Crusader down. Repentance. Divine Sacrifice. Repentance. Vacium. Bubble down. Skull back. Hammer. Very mortal strike. Storm burst. Cyclone counter. Survival instincts. Bakio. Avalanche. Cyclone. Great strike. Bakio. Berserker Ring. Cyclone Bolt. Success. Cyclone. Counter Sword. Bakio. That got the sword down. Pony. Very mortal strike. Mighty Rush. Bakio.
Display, but it's a little bit how things are supposed to go. Alright, what was I going to show you after this? In situation with the Druid, obviously you want to do Bending Bandage. It takes bleeds, poisons, and diseases from the target, and it heals for 30% damage over 6 seconds. This will make you destroy what used to be good in Assassination, Rogue, and Disc Freeze. Help you survive against ferals. They're a little bit tankier now, so it's a lot harder to DPS a feral down. But there's a combination of things you can use. I either use Spider Sting. I like to use against mages, double caster, definitely Spider Sting. If you got a fire mage ever, and you know they're going to be targeting you because maybe you're comped up with tankier healer. Do Dragon Scale Armor, because Ignite is like a lot of Fire Mage's damage, and it'll reduce that damage by 20%. So you can survive those burst windows anytime you're against a Demon Hunter. In higher rated, because a lot of lower rated, they forget to do it. You want to get Diamond Ice, pretty much makes it so they can't reverse magic it, or Priest Mass Dispelling your traps, anything like that. Or just cleansing your traps, sorry, not Mass Dispelling. I think Mass Dispel still works. In Blades Edge Arena, if you use High Explosive Trap when you're playing on the bridge, you can knock healers off, so it's an extra CC mechanism. Potentially, it's very, not random, but position controlled, so if you have a bad position on your trap, it's just going to blow them back onto the bridge, just further away, which can interrupt still, which isn't so bad. Anytime you're playing against like Fury Warriors or Enhancement Shamans, especially Turbo Cleave, you want to get this Tar Trap, Sticky Tar, and whoever the DPS target is needs to just kind of stay in there unless they're a Clothy. They want to stay inside of that. Or, if they have the inability to kite, they reduce melee attack speed by 80%, so they can keep them alive during a heavy burst window, Relentless, and all that stuff's up. Let's see what else we got here. Never use Hunting Pack. That's some world stuff. Scorpion Sting's not good at all. But Viper Stings, you can use that every once in a while whenever you need to get if you're gonna target a healer, it's a really easy skill to use. You just drop it on your hotbar and just go ham with it. Reduces their healing by 30% for 6 seconds, so it's like a mortal strike that you can use every 30 seconds. If you are playing like melee cleave teams, sometimes it's good to go Hydra's Bite. And that's only because since they're gonna probably be on top of their target, it's just gonna cleave them, and it works with Viper's Venom. So, if you cast one of these, without the proc, it crits for like 5k. With the proc, you know what I mean, it can do upwards of 16k, depending on how much crit rating and all that stuff, which isn't really the scope of this video. But when you cleave them with that, they can definitely turn the tides in your favor over the course of the game to increase your damage. But guerrilla tactics, if you're running wilderness survival, is better. Because obviously wilderness survival reduces the cooldown on wildfire bomb, which the cooldown is only 16 seconds. So, look at that. Let's see. Let's just do this to show you. 15 seconds left on that. I'm spinning this fight. How many seconds did that take, right? To get it. That's not even like a pet or man, you know? It just comes back so quick. Definitely worth it. But it's very debatable. You know what I mean? Hydra's Bite is nice to cleave with for the extra dot damage whenever this procs. It's worthless though. If you don't have this, do not get Hydra's Bite at all. If you have the Blur of Talons, triple Azurite traits, you can go Birds of Prey and get massive Coordinated Assault DPS, which is really, really crazy. The only other off-spec I really know of, I mean, there's a Tip of the Spear, but don't play Tip of the Spear. It's not good. Bloodseeker. And Bloodseeker and Alpha Predator, that talent spec is mainly for PvE. You'll see a lot of PvEers running that because Murder Crows does way more damage during your burst window whenever you're CCing and controlling the healer, so you can get more damage. Back to pets. You got White Fang, which is a ferocity pet. It has Leech. Leech is good for 2s sometimes in 3s, where you have dots, so like against warlocks and stuff. But most of the time, you're gonna want to run either the Master's Call, which is really good to peel for your healer. So you can create a macro for Master's Call to target your healer specifically, which is fairly simple. I think I actually have one in here, I just don't use it. Yeah, there it is right there. Stop casting, boom, Master's Call, mod shift, party 2, party 3. You know, and this pretty much all it does is it, you know, if I press shift, it'll target party 2, if I press alt, it'll target party 3. And you know, if there's no modification, it'll cast on party 1, which is myself. So, just using that right there. No valid targets. I guess I'm not party 1 because I'm not in a party right now. Makes sense? Yeah, but anyway, you can do that. You can hold alt, shift 6, which is, I could never hold alt plus shift 6. So, I don't really use that often. Because using these Master's Call, it's going to be on myself. I'm not going to want to do that. And I can always hit F2 and press F6 or S6 to peel for a healer. Just like with my Aurora Sacrifices on S8. So I can just Aurora Sac my pet, I guess. No, I can't really beat a party. There we go. Aurora Sacrifice him. You know, without really getting all crazy with all this stuff, you know what I mean? Because usually when I'm Aurora Sacrificing somebody, I realize, or Master's Calling, I'm stunned. So to cast that by pressing like a function key 1, 2, 3 to target party 1, 2, 3, you know, isn't really that difficult. And I think sometimes people go overboard with the macros, and they'll have like 7 macros on their keybinds to occupy the same function, which isn't all that good. Let's see here. See what else we can cover. Oh, post haste. That's another move. Maybe this is a good setup right here. I think I showed a little bit about it, but you can like so you're over here, your DPS, you know, and he's coming around the pillar. So he's coming like from there over to here, and he's kiting you. You can kind of do one of these, and keep up. Say that either that's another player or that's him before he gets around that corner. You know, you can get around pillars. It's really hard to be pillar kited, and then if that fails, you just hug the pillar real tight and cheetah around it. Being on a mount. try not to get pillar kited. That can happen. See if I can get arena skirmish with the blade's edge, so I can show you the high explosive bomb. I think that popped while I was in the middle of explaining something. I just forgot what it was. Obviously, your primary stats are agility and hate, and secondary stats go haste. I like haste mastery versatility. Some people go haste versatility mastery. It all depends on your gear and your level and what you're comfortable playing. Went over these. Had specializations. The tank one's really good for survival of the fittest. And you use that whenever you're going against people that you know are going to outdamage you. You know, and especially melee cleave is really strong against hunter, healer, you know, stun DPS type classes. So it will help your healer out for those little 6 seconds, especially if you're the target. Usually survival hunters aren't the target, but they can be. Say if you're running with a feral nowadays, I think survival would probably be the target unless they see you just have a druid that refuses to go bear. All your pets into, so you get ferocity, you get your tenacity, you get your cunning, and then I have my beast mastery pet which can heal and stuff. This is a good map here, and I'll show you a trick in this map. If I can get one of the, if it's a 2v2 or a 3v3 with a healer that usually stand on these little platforms, it's not gonna be, it's gonna be double DPS. Which is cool. So you got a rogue. So I'm gonna keep my trackers that up. Or a sack. Grab some munchies. Now what I'll do, like say if they're like on my mage real decent, I'll just F2 cast Master's Call on him. And hopefully those poisons like the creeping venom and all that stuff, he can kite with that. Especially being a mage. Let's see real quick. You seen something other than me? Yes, he's asking rogue, and there's only one rogue option for me. And also when I'm going stealth, I always like cast like a random flare out there. I usually cast it to the right over here, and I catch a lot of people because most people are right-handed. They go left thinking that they're gonna evade everybody else who's right-handed who's gonna throw left, if that makes sense. This rogue's probably just chilling.
Cheap shots. AR. KS. Close of shadows. Vanish.
Maybe I'll let him just fight real quick. That'd be like the cool thing to do. But anyway, say there's a healer up here. You can go and you can harpoon them through this wall right here. So they can't kite you by going around here. Don't do the thing like that.
Cheap
where I was
shot.
telling you, and then boom, harpoon them. You can go right through here and harpoon them. And it's a lot easier. Alright. Well, at least with a map where I could show you something. I know a lot of people like to give their little strategies away and stuff, and I haven't really seen too many videos on YouTube that do it. And while I'm not the highest quality video, I definitely have a lot of experience doing this for the last month. That's all I've been playing is my hunter, and then my other alts for the last month, but mainly my hunter. Couldn't hit 2K on my warrior. I've been playing warrior since vanilla, and hit 2K on my hunter fairly easily. I mean, if you look, I only played 300 games. Only won 158. That's just for twos, you know what I mean? I played about, 500, 600 games. So that's some RPGs. arena, I can show you like the high explosive trap, how to play it. There's also little things too, like say in your Blade's Edge arena, or you're in any arena, and there's like a ramp that goes up to a spot, and you're playing versus 2 stealths, and they're kind of trying to wait for you to come out of camouflage. In the beginning, you can kind of drop a trap in the corners. A lot of people, when they're trying to, they sprint, they'll be stealth, they'll try to go around corners real quick. And okay, while we're seeing this, be careful of this when you try to throw stuff on near walls, like in cracks and stuff, because this right here will make you lose an arena right here. Didn't do it with my frost, but you can throw one here and it'll literally put your trap like way up here in certain maps, which is really annoying, especially whenever you're playing with somebody new and they're like, oh, the 100 didn't trap the whole game. It's like, no, just the game's mechanics thinks that people can be trapped on walls. But back to what I was saying, people can go and they'll like cut really close to corners when they're trying to like stealth and not get seen. It's just like some sort of bad habit or some sort of, you know, Metal Gear Solid thing. Close yard to a wall, you know, more camo you got or something, but you can catch them doing that, boom, you know, in a trap. And then obviously if it's this width, you can always just flare if they do go through the middle. You know, it's all random chance luck, but, you know, I've done it to a few people that, you know, actually it turns the tide of the game at the beginning. So let's go over that opener one more time. Reiteration is the key, just with anything. Coordinate a thing. Double bomb. Span. 3 of them in. Pretty much twice. Another 2. Don't want to surface thing like I just did this because I had it ramp up. Use Mongoose Blade, definitely right. But it sometimes, you know what I mean? It happens. But if you're conscious of the fact, just Mongoose Bite instead of casting another dot. Obviously it's a rogue and he's got evasion, he just cast cloak, just came out of cloak. And then you want to re-dot him so he can't get a re-stealth in. And a lot of times you're playing twos, like your comps you're going to be facing once you get higher rated are going to be things like Rogue Priest and Fury Warrior Mistweaver. Fury Warrior Mistweaver is very annoying unless you go Mistweaver or you extremely skillfully kite the warrior. Okay, so this guy's changed his name to Worst X-Pac. Don't blame him, he's a priest. I'd rock with that. This little comp right here. Definitely not a new meta, but it's pretty strong comp. High survivability. Playing Warlock, dude. This I won't even get Tracker's Net. I'll use Diamond Ice. And only because Priest have this thing, it's like Premonition. To where they can block it, and you have 2 clints. So if I do trap out of one of these feeders or something, I don't want to get it dispelled because that's just immediate waste of life. So we're gonna go with this guy.
Icebound. Will of the Forsaken. Shelter. Divine Shield. Icebound down. Anti-magic shell. Psychic summon down. Shell down. Red down. Mind control. Bearing down. Mind ring. Pillar of Frost. Counter. Trinketed. Psychic screen.
If I can get a trap
Mind ring.
right out of this.
Holy
does the
Serenity.
damage.
Perfect Scream.
This is how that plays out.
Desperate Prayer. Holy Serenity.
Sacrifice.
Mind Dreams. Counter. Guardian Spirit. And our magic shell. Shell the Perfect Scream.
Oh yeah, we can go over add-on. This is what I want to use.
Holy Serenity. Death Breath. Rapid Spin Drawing Weapon.
Dust.
Shotgun. Mind Dreams. Active Beam. Red Hand.
That's not a big deal. Magic is pretty good. How much survivability you have, but
Holy Serenity. Mind Dreams. High Bound. Off. High Stand Down. Anti-magic shell. Mind Dreams. Shell down.
look at the damage on there. I mean, frost DKs are insane. But you know, you keep your damage up there really high. And that's all while playing, you know, the utility class role, which is what a hunter is. You know, you're going to be trapped, you're going to be peeling, you're going to do a lot of things. I should be able to show you something about peeling, but it hasn't really been like a situation where the healer's really been in critical position. What do we got here? I was talking about something in the arena. I'm trying to jog my memory on it. Can't remember it. It's alright. Show you some battleground things. I want to show examples though of arena play just because it's more linear. You know what you're going to be going up against once you get higher rated. It's not like when you're in the lower brackets and you're facing like, you know, weird comps, you know, comps that completely counter yours. But all in all, if you get through that, if you look at like win-loss ratios, you know, I've won more games than I've played on this guy, you know, or more than I've lost, I mean, but I haven't, fallen below that 50%. So as long as you got like a 50% win rate, your rating is pretty much going to go up if you're playing at the same MMR with your partner. You know, you don't want to play with somebody really lower than you and be losing because you're going to lose a lot more rating. Your MMR is going to drop, so when you do win, you're not going to gain as much rating either. It's pretty much common sense for that, but some people play and they're like, oh, why is my rating going up? Biggest tricks I can tell you is to do your keybinds, set your keybinds up like I have, you know, A, S, D, and F, mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down for turtle and trinket. So there's another macro where you can put your turtle and your trinket together because they don't share the same cooldown. Like you can literally trinket at the same time, but I just do it that way. That way, if I just need a trinket, I can just trinket. If I just need a turtle, I can just turtle. You know, but sometimes when you're stun locked, you need to get out and you need to get a turtle. Another thing is turtle doesn't stop dots from ticking on you. It only stops further damage from happening. So anything in the shell still happens. Anything outside the shell doesn't matter. It's just survivability. Obviously, there's a thing where you can. My pet's not on right now, but even my pet was here. Let me show you my pet. Let's talk about this, I think. Or down in combat, whatever. Boom. Okay. Doing a lot of damage to me. I can boom, do this, and normally it'll let me camouflage, but I don't think it would then. So let me try to get it. You never want to focus, guys. I don't want to spam. Like 80, I can start my damage. It's not doing it. Maybe I need to have the pet come off. Might be a different macro to try right there. Have a pet come off and then boom, camouflage. Feign death and then camouflage. What's going on? Yeah, of course. Got pizza over there. Can't wait for that. I wanted to do this video first. I'm gonna edit it, but I'm thinking about editing it. I'm like, well, if I edit it, I'm gonna take my voice out and I just got this new program. Okay, here's a good display of trying to control what you've got with what you have. We have no CC. My Demon Hunter has no life. Their team has Karma, Turtle, you know, obviously a whole bunch of things to survive. So me and this Demon Hunter, we're hopefully gonna win this. And for this, I'm gonna get rid of this pet. Alright. I'm going to go Beaver Cleaver, which is my tenacity pet for the extra. For the extra damage reduction. Got Windwalker monks, and they got a lot of burst. Told him to go Windwalker, swap during Karma. He's not going to do it. So
Freezing trap. Left swing. Binding
Touch
shot.
of death.
Storm earth and fire. Touch of karma. Heal the curse. Tiger's lust. Karma death. True shot. Trinketed. 2 minutes.
should snap that guy.
True shot. True shot. Storm earth and fire. Dampen fire.
He's gonna heal on me. Well, there's a great distance between me and him. Right there is one of those areas where I could have trapped him, feigned death, and camouflaged. And the funny thing is that I was just showing you that, and I didn't think to do it just then. That's how you would have done that. Just trap and camouflage. That's a really clutch thing to do, like you get in combat. I'll do it because I think in PvE it doesn't work like it does in PvP. Anyway, boom. Camouflage. Get out of it, try to get away. If you can, if you have aspect of the cheetah, use it. Get away, and your camouflage heals you while you're doing it. So really, they can keep you alive. In that situation, I actually could have won that if I just trapped him. Or if I even trackers that and created distance, called my pet back, and went camouflage again. It would have changed the tide of the match. But you know, we're all humans, we're all, you know, we all make mistakes, but that's the one thing. Whenever you make a mistake, don't get frustrated. Don't be like, damn, I suck at a hunter. You know, I've been playing one for a month, you know what I mean? I hit 2K with it. I've been playing a warrior for 15 years and haven't been able to get to 2K in BFA. It's mainly because of what I play with, you know, and I play with a lot of in real life friends. I'm a hunter, I don't. And a lot of you can probably go with that. You know, I feel like it's more fun to play with people that I like their reactions to the game. I like the gameplay, you know, with them. I feel like, in a way, maybe I'm helping them out, or maybe they're helping me out, depending. There's some things that I see that they don't see, and some things that they see that I don't see, and it'll creates like a good little commiseration, I guess you could call it. You know, helping each other out, and we each know each other, so it's not like awkward to be like, hey, you need to do this, and you don't come off as a dick. You know, whenever you're pugging 2s and 3s, people can come off. Especially, you know, World of Warcraft does have a lot of idiots that play that come off as dickish, or you know, people are in just bad moods, or because you're on the internet, you'll say things that you wouldn't say to somebody face to face. You know, it's a whole different issue in itself, but you know, you can definitely help your friends out and make them better, you know, by teaching them things if you're a better player. You know, and you have to accept sometimes, you know, that not everybody's gonna want to strive to be the best player that they can be. You know, I mean, I play World of Warcraft a bunch, but I'm not like a gladiator, you know. But I had a goal, wanted to hit 2K on a character, and I rerolled a hunter with a Mag'har orc. And I've been playing that, and it's been pretty good. I've made more friends than I ever have on here. This crazy friends list. It used to only be 5 or 6 people. You know, but Survival Hunter is really good. It's a combination of everything. I mean, I joke around and say, you know, yeah, I'm a healer because I got exhilaration. You know, I'm a tank with my turtle and my, you know, my survivability things, and I'm a rogue and stealth. You know, and I'm a warrior because I melee. But building your gear up, the best piece of advice I can give you is just to build your gear up now. It's easier to get gear than it ever was, which is totally cool. I used to get frustrated back in vanilla whenever you sit in a dungeon for 4 hours, or a mythic for 4 hours. And a lot of you are doing that now at BFA, I understand, but you know, for the casual player, that's not lifestyle. Sitting in a dungeon for 4 hours and maybe getting a piece that if it drops for your class, and if nobody outbids you on it with DKP points or whatever they were, dragon kill points, whatever they were called back in the day. But that's pretty much it for the video. I'll make some more, and I'll make some higher quality ones. I'm using this one as my test to start out. People don't want commentary, so here's your commentary. Give me more feedback, and